I'm Emma. Welcome back to my kitchen. I'm here to share with you recipes that I love making for friends and family when I'm at home. Today we're making a classic. It's a BLT, but I made it a little bit special by making some homemade sandwich bread and a chipotle mayo for a little extra spice. You're gonna wanna make this for every meal of the day, especially breakfast, because it's basically a breakfast sandwich. Let's go ahead and get started. Grab a kitchen scale and a medium bowl, and then measure out your milk. The milk should be kind of room temperature. And then pour your warm water into the bowl. It's important that the water is warm. And then sprinkle a little bit of sugar in for the yeast. Give it a whisk. And sprinkle some active dry yeast over the top. Don't mix it yet. It'll get nice and foamy once it's activated. All right, let's measure out our flour into the bowl of a stand mixer. I'm weighing this ingredient as well. And then add salt to your flour. Salt really helps give bread a nice flavor, and give that a whisk. Whisk up your activated yeast and add your wet mixture to the dry mixture. And then add melted butter. Melted butter makes the bread taste really good and gives it a nice tender crumb. Whisk all of that together and then add it to a stand mixer fitted with a bread hook attachment. If you don't have a stand mixer, you can still oil your hands and your surface and knead the bread by hand for about 8 minutes. Let this run on medium for around 5 minutes or until bread dough is really silky and smooth and pulls away from the hook easily. Transfer your bread dough to a greased bowl and then cover with a little bit of saran wrap and set aside in a warm place so it can double in size for about an hour. Our dough is looking good, it's nice and plump, but you do want to deflate it, so give it a nice little punch. But make sure to grease your hands or else the dough will stick to you. It is very sticky. So once you've greased your hands, flip the dough out onto a greased surface and shape it into about an 8-inch log. This step does not have to be fancy or technical, just kind of pat it with your fingers. And then place it in a greased loaf pan, cover it with plastic wrap again, and set it aside in the same warm place you had it before. It'll be ready to bake when it's risen about an inch above the tin. So from here, place it in an oven at 350 degrees for 35 minutes or until the top is nice and golden browned. That is perfect. And then flip it out of the tin right away so it doesn't get soggy on the bottom from the steam. Let it cool while you prepare the rest of your BLT ingredients. Place bacon on a cookie sheet lined with tin foil and bake in the oven at 425 degrees for exactly 8 minutes. Slice your lettuce into thin ribbons and your tomatoes into about 1/2-inch slices. All right, let's make the mayo. This is really simple. I just chopped up some chipotles that were in a can of adobo sauce and I add that to the mayo and then a little squeeze of lime and mix that all together. Set this aside and let's grab the bacon. I definitely overcooked it a tiny bit, so make sure you cook it for exactly 8 minutes. 10 minutes will make it a little bit too crispy. Our bread has cooled, so let's slice up some slices for these sandwiches. Place the slices in a toaster, get them nice and golden brown. And then slather mayo on both pieces of bread. This adds a lot of extra flavor and moisture. And to fill my sandwich, I like to put the shredded lettuce on the bottom and then place the bacon in the middle. This helps keep it inside the sandwich. And then finish it with 2 slices of tomato. And then close it up Give it a little squish to kind of combine everything together. And then I always, always, always slice it on a diagonal. This is the most important step. And there you go, BLT. Our sandwich is ready. I'm super excited to taste it. It's been a labor of love. I mean, we made homemade bread to make this sandwich. And I won't fool you, everyone knows what a BLT is. It's the sum of its parts. It's crunchy lettuce and bacon, juicy tomato, nice squishy sandwich bread. So let's go ahead and take a taste. I know I might have burnt the bacon a little bit, but it is crispy. And that chipotle mayo, it's nice and spicy, but it's not too hot. And the homemade bread is just so yielding to the crispiness of the sandwich. I don't think I will ever eat a BLT on a piece of sourdough bread again. It's really delicious. You definitely are going to want to make this week. Make sure that you subscribe to see what we're cooking next week, and I'll see you in the next video.